that's cool there.
Yeah.
Is that electric guitar amps are inherently going to color the audio with a bit of a mid boost.
So we were looking at the steel string, like 6-string guitar, which is the standard before. But there's also different other types of guitar, and it's like sometimes the material of the actual body changes. Sometimes the material of the strings change. Like when you're playing fingerstyle guitar, it's not steel; it's actually nylon. So it's much softer on the fingers, and actually the shape of the neck is different, and the body's different too. And then here's like the complete opposite of the spectrum, right? These are steel string guitars, but as you can see, they have 4 strings. The neck is much longer, so it's actually a bass, right? So this is an acoustic bass guitar, which means you don't plug it in, right? Not many people. This is like pretty uncommon, so I don't think many people have kind of heard what it sounds like.
Right.
I think it's really like it sounds really pretty, I think, in my opinion. You should listen to it. Joys don't make me laugh. My life's a joke, your life's a gas. Broke my heart in midnight mass. Now I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Only choice you gave to me is one I took reluctantly. 'Cause when we played democracy, you always have immunity. How long do we sink to the bottom of the sea? How long, how long? It sounds really unique, right?
Yeah, it does. It sounds very different from a regular acoustic guitar.
Or even a bass, right? Like an electric bass.
Yeah, it does.
Acoustic, it's such a sweet, like, melodic sound. I really like it.
Yeah, I really love the unique sound that it comes from.
It's really cool.
So cool. What about this one?
Yeah,
What
so these are called resonator guitars. So they're actually, like, if you come a little closer, even the body itself is made of metal. Like, if you listen to this,
Right.
that's metal, right? Not wood. Whereas a wood sound would be something like this. You can clearly tell, right? And then if you just come a little bit closer into here, you can see that inside the sound holes, you see this like curved structure there?
Oh yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, so the reason why it's called a resonator guitar is because the sound like resonates for longer.
Oh, I see.
Right? And usually, these aren't, this one's a little unique, even more unique, because usually these are meant to play a slide guitar. So you
Okay.
use a slider.
So there's more sustain in that.
Yeah,
right?
so if you look here, the distance between this and the strings is very little, right? In a slide guitar, it's like this much.
Oh, okay.
So even if you press down on it with your fingers, you'll never be able to press it.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's only
makes sense.
meant to play like this type of thing, right?
Let's play that again. Oh, I see. So you're barely pressing the
No,
strings.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So the same way people do like harmonics on acoustic, you're just hovering over the strings, lightly touching it on a slide guitar. But this sounds like so unique, and like, actually give me your hand and like feel how heavy this is.
Yeah. Oh, it is
It's
pretty
very
heavy.
Yeah, because this whole thing is made of metal,
Yeah, makes sense.
right? guitar. Linden, you're sitting on. Is your bed made? Is your sweater on? Do you wanna fall? 'Cause you know I do. 'Cause you know I do. Yeah, so it sounds really cool.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
So distinct. Like all these different types of guitars have a completely unique sound to it.
For sure. Even though they're the same instrument, but they're so versatile. Like
Very
the sounds
versatile.
very different.
Yeah, so if we go on the other side, this is mainly the steel string area. So even the mandolins and stuff and the banjos that are all the strings are made of steel.
Okay.
So on the extreme end of that wall is all the nylon string, which is a completely different style of playing too.
Okay. So how do they look like?
Yeah. So yeah, so these are nylon string guitars, right? So similar to a steel string, like they'll have a similar shape, either a dreadnought or a cutaway,
Okay.
right? But the wood is like very different. The wood that's used to make these guitars are very different. And then if you also, the other thing you can compare is the neck length and the thickness of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let me take a steel string just for comparison,
Mhm.
right? So if you look at this and this,
Yeah, it's
This is-
definitely wider.
yeah,
than-
this is wider and is shorter,
Right.
right?
Okay.
And the other thing to look for is how thick are the frets, like between the two steel parts, right? Look at how small these are compared to these ones.
Right. Yeah. It's so
So-
tiny.
Yeah, so there's like various differences, and another thing you can look at is like these are called tuning pegs, right?
Okay.
So if you zoom into this one, if you take a look here, you see how the mechanism is completely different.
Yeah, they are.
This has like more gears.
More gears in here.
Yeah, much more gears, and then here it's like more simplistic, right?
Right. So there's no gears in this one. It's just
No, because
turning.
yeah, this requires some reinforcement. Actually, you can tell the difference in the weight as well. These are a lot lighter.
Okay.
But these have a lot of sustain,
Right. Yeah.
tons of sustain. Like when you play a note, it goes on for 5-6 seconds.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why they're used for fingerstyle and like more mellow stuff.
Okay, makes sense.
And then this is used for more of more of like singers who also play guitar, like use steel string.
Okay. And then who uses the nylon guitar?
Just a fingerstyle guitar player.
Oh, okay, the fingerstyle one. Oh, I
Fingerstyle
see.
guitar player. So when they play just solo, they do like stuff like this, right? So it's
Wow, sounds so like smooth and
so smooth
so,
and
like
see,
soft as well.
and it's still going. Like
Yeah, it's still
after I
going.
stopped playing for a while,
Wow.
right? But I find these are really nice, even for like certain types of songs that have more fingerstyle type playing. Like
So again, what is fingerstyle again?
yeah, so fingerstyle is basically when you play the bass note with your thumb. So with your thumb,
Right.
and then you use these 3 fingers to play the melody.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
you're playing like rhythm, melody, and bass all at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whereas usually you're just playing rhythm,
Right.
right? This is just rhythm, but here. So the rhythm is actually right. That's just the rhythm, and the bass is. Right?
Yeah.
And then the melody is.
Oh.
That's the melody. So when you combine all of them, that's called fingerstyle. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's fingerstyle.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of songs that like even people that sing, like there's people like Cat Stevens who
Mhm.
actually played fingerstyle while singing, you know, like that type of style. So
Wow.
it just sounds so beautiful. Something like I listen to the words of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I swam upon the setting sun. No, never, 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 never. I never wanted water once. No, never, never, never.
Wow.
Yeah. See, it's so like it just adds so much dimension to
Yeah,
the
it
song,
does.
right?
Mhm.
And it sounds like it's multiple instruments playing, not just one.
For sure. It
And
does.
a lot of it has to do with the sustain, right?
Mhm.
When a note sustains for longer, that means I can play other things, right?
Okay.
So like if I let's say so this is an E note. I'm gonna just sustain it,
Mhm.
right? And so let's say I want to play just the lead guitar part on its own,
Yeah.
like this, okay?
Mhm.
Just that lick.
Yeah.
If I add bass to it that sustains throughout, it'll make it sound 100 times nicer.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like a longer melody going
Yeah,
on there. Yeah.
exactly. It sounds so full, right?
Yeah. It's so full.
yeah, these are really cool. Like I love these things. And there's like endless possibilities with these too.
Yeah, for sure.
So nice.
Wow. It's so nice.